Hello, online crew. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever part of the day it is for you in your part of the world. Welcome. Today, I want to share with you a new feature that Facebook has made available to us. And I think this is pretty cool. But you may not be ready for this feature yet, but I want to show you what it is because it may be something that you can capitalize on in the future as long as you know it's there. So I'm going to share my screen with you today and show you what this is and how you can use it so you can get your creative brains working and think about how you can utilize this for yourself and your business and an extra income stream somewhere in the future. Okay. Now, those of you in my coaching community, I have already recorded a full training video on this for you guys. I was hoping to have that in there by the time I went live here, but I've just got back from my son's football game and did not have a chance. So I will post that video in that group as soon as I get a chance. I do have a Zoom call with my network marketing team straight after this live. So as soon as I get around to it, that video is already done. I'll post it in the coaching community for you guys. Okay. So this is something, well, just hold that thought. I'll tell you about it in a second. So how are you guys? How are you going? How's your day? If we haven't met before, my name is Helen Martin and I'm your online crew captain. So this is just all a little bit of fun, but a main reason that I'm here is to serve our online crew community. So we have the most amazing community of home-based business owners and entrepreneurs that are learning to build their businesses online. So if you've got a home-based business that you're building the traditional way, but you've run out of your warm market and you need to find more customers or people to join your team, then this is what we talk about here, leveraging social media to attract people to you, okay? So let's say hello to who's on live with me today. So if you appear like that, it means that you are watching from my group and either you have given StreamYard permission before and you've dropped off or you're new to the group. So if you're watching from the group, I'm broadcasting in 2 different places. So I've got split viewership to this video. So some of you may be watching from my business page and some of you may be watching from my free group. Everybody should be in the free group. So not necessarily watching from the free group. You can watch in either place. But coming up in September, we've got an Acts of Kindness movement where I'm giving away heaps of cool prizes, but that's run out of the free group. So that's called Social Media Strategies for Home Business Owners. I would recommend you all request access to that group. So what that means is at the bottom of the description of this video, it has something there that says I'm going live via StreamYard. Click this link. And it's streamyard.com/Facebook. You need to click on that link in the group so I can see who you are. Okay? Hello, Sarah. How are you today? Good to see you on. We've got Beth. We've got Christine. Hello, my friend. So either you guys are dropping off StreamYard because there's all sorts of, so you just need to click the link again, or if you're here for the first time, click the link. Just get used to it at the moment, guys. There's a lot of glitchy stuff going on with Facebook. I think it's to do with the rollout of the new Facebook version on desktop. There's just some weird stuff going on at the moment. So it's not unusual if you've dropped off StreamYard or you're seeing things that are a little bit different at the moment because it's sort of across the board. Even I mentioned the other day, like my messenger was really glitchy and you click on the app and then it just disappeared. You had to delete the app and load it again. And lots of people have had that problem as well. So there's just some weird stuff going on at the moment. Hello, Cindy. How are you? Love all these new features you keep teaching us. I keep my eyes and ears open to the new stuff. And when I find out about them, I bring them to you guys. Hello, Olive. Good to see you on. We've got Donna. We've got Aldith. We've got Jeanette. We've got Judy and Bob. Just left your grandson's footy. They lost, but they tried our best. Ollie won his game, which was good, but he's just got asked, can he do the next game? So they needed a fill-in. So I've had to leave the footy. Paul's there. So he's actually playing the next game. He's still playing. But you should have seen him. Everyone's this high and then Ollie's down here. But, hey, he's giving it a crack. So it's good to have kids just playing sport again. I will say that. It's good for them. Tina, what are you doing up? It is really late in the UK, but love my UK people. So awesome to see you on. Hi, Helen from Strathalbyn. Arrived yesterday. You've moved. It's official. So congratulations on your move, Cynthia. I hope you enjoy Strath. It's a beautiful little spot. You're even closer to me now. Hey, Jen, how are you from Melbourne? Hope you're safe and doing well in Melbourne, Jen. We've got Jade on. We got Kathy. Lovely to see you on. Oh, Patricia, it's you. Yeah, so just click the link again, Patricia. That's really weird. But lots of people are dropping off. So, yeah, it's you're not alone on that one. Yep, I've had glitchy stuff, but it'll smooth out eventually. Hey, Sheila, how are you? You didn't get to use StreamYard today for my live. I'm not computer savvy at all. How are you didn't get to use StreamYard today? I'm confused, Sheila. You might have to write that a different way for me. Hi, Mike. How are you? The new version of Facebook for the last week, and this morning my version was back to the classic, and I was so pleased. Weird, huh? So, yeah, that is weird, but it probably won't last long, Cindy. You'll get back to the new version very quickly. Hey, Mikal, how are you? Thank you. Another UK. You're up late as well. Hello, 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 my good friend. Not sure who that is, but good to see you here. Hey, Shirley, how are you? Good to see you on. So let's get into the content for today. I'm going to share my screen. As I mentioned before, this may not be something that you're ready for right now, depending where you are in your business, but I want you to store this information. Those of you in my coaching community, the training video I'm going to put up, that will be stored in Unit 5. You can go back to any time in Unit 5 when I pop it in there shortly, okay? So what this is, do any of you know what this means? Do you know what POE means in Facebook land? POE. So while I'm sharing my screen and getting organized, I'll see if any of you know what POE means. It's new. And at the right time for you and your business, this could help generate an extra bit of income for you guys. So there's my live. Just turn the volume down. Just got to check when I share my screen that it's all working, because occasionally it doesn't, and I don't know unless I'm looking. Okay, I can see your comments here as well. So has anyone got it? Who knows what POE means? Pass off eventually? No, but I love the fact that you had a crack at it. So I'm just sharing my business page here. So maybe you guys don't know. So I will share it with you, okay? Now you can see my screen, okay, checking in there. No guesses, guys? All good. POE means paid online event, okay? This gives you guys the ability to do something as simple as a Facebook Live and get paid for it through Facebook. So if you're sitting there going, well, what would I get paid for? What would I deliver by a live and get paid for? Just hang with me for a second, because when you know how simple and easy this is to set up, you can go and get your creative brains thinking maybe for future of some little training that you can create and you could charge $2 for, or $29.99 for you. I'll show you how you do all of that sort of on this video. But think big, think beyond you and your company. Think something for you. Those of you that are building your brand, you've got a business page, or you've got a group, or something that you're building your own brand, your own presence. Because remember, people join you before they join your company. If they don't like you, they're not joining you. Okay, so think about something that you could create for yourself. So this will make more sense as I go along. Okay. Olive, please open everything. Well, if we set one of these things up, we do want people to open it. But let me show you what I mean here. So business page. Okay. I'm going to the More button. I'm going to the Events tab. Firstly, you need to check if you've got the Events tab. Okay, so that's number one. Now, this is a lot easier on the old version to have this Events tab here if you don't have it. To switch back to the old version while you've still got the old version, and go to tabs and something or other, or something and tabs, and make sure you've got events here, because it's not as easy to find on the new version, okay? So think of an event that you might be able to set up, but the cool thing moving forward is that you could generate a little bit of an income for you. Like, think of people, like, just generally think of people now that have lost income streams. People can't go to concerts. Somebody could put a little music concert on and charge for it. Somebody could do a special demo training that people would normally go to a location for to get that training, and you could charge a little bit for it, and Facebook handles the whole thing. Okay, so some of you might be thinking, I don't know how I could use this, but open your mind, guys, to the future, to building your brand, to some kind of training that you could create for yourself to create curiosity about something that may lead to your network marketing company or digital business or whatever it is that you're in. You know, think big. Okay, so I'm going to go create event. Okay. Oh, hey, Dolores, was it? I hope it worked now. I can see you if it was you that I couldn't see before. Okay, so have a look what's happening here. So do you want an online event or do you want an in-person event? Now, normally some people could set up an event and they might set it up here, but it's actually still a physical event. This is giving us the ability to do an online event. So I'm going to create an online event. Okay, it's going to bring up all this stuff. So what am I going to call it? So I'm going to call this a test event. How many of you use events on Facebook, whether that's through your personal profile or your business page? How many of you have set up an event before? If you're not using them, what I would recommend you do with this training, if you're not ready to charge for something yet, go through this process, think of something that you could do and just set it up as an event, but don't charge for it. Get used to using this function, the functionalities of it, how you set it up, but just do something for free. But do something sort of special, a special training, or get in a speaker or interview somebody else that's got the skills because you don't, and put it on as an event rather than just, it could still be a Facebook Live, guys, but you could set it up as an event. Okay, so test event, start date. Let's choose the 10th of September. Let's choose 8 o'clock in the morning. You don't have to have an end date. So you can still proceed without having an end time, but sometimes people like to know. So let's set just an hour for it, okay? Location, you can leave blank if you want, or you could set the location of an area. So let's just choose, I'll choose a different city in Australia, and I might choose Adelaide. Okay, now it's going to bring up all this random stuff in here, and I don't want all these things that's going to auto-generate from me. I just want to use Adelaide. Okay, so I could use that, but it's not necessary if it's an online event. You could leave that blank. So it's public. I can't change that. Now, you could have a nice description of here, what you're, join me for the most exciting interview coming up with a mentor of mine that's going to share with you X, Y, Z. Put all of that in here. You will not be able to move forward unless you choose a category. Okay. So choose a category that fits in here. If it doesn't fit anywhere, we're going to use other. Okay. So we could use art. Oops, where did they go? Art, causes, comedy, crafts, dance, drinks, film, fitness, food, games, gardening. So I might do something around health, or I might just choose other, something like that. So I filled out the necessary information to get started, and I'm going to go next. Now, I've included this in the training video for the coaching community. If you've never done this before and you want to charge for your event, you're probably thinking, well, how do I set all of that up? You will, and it will prompt you here. I've already done it, so it's not going to prompt me anymore. But you will need to go through a process to set up how you're going to get paid. So where does all that sort of happen? You do need to verify that you are a legitimate person with a tax file number of some sort. So you will be prompted to put your name, your address. It'll have at the bottom government issued tax identification. So whatever country that you are from, you will identify your country, and whatever number your country has given by your government as far as a tax ID type number. So in Australia, we call it a tax file number, a TFN. So I just put my tax file number. It takes you to the next screen. And then you can either connect your bank account or a PayPal account. So where do you want to get paid if somewhere in the future you set up a paid event? Okay, so you can connect your bank account or you can connect your PayPal account. Now, I've got a PayPal account where I take business payments. So I just connected up that. It just, you log into your PayPal on the screen through here, through Facebook. It verifies a few things. Simple as that. This is not complicated to do if you want to set this up properly. Okay, and we go. And this is apparently, from what I've been told, one of the most secure payment. There's a catch, which I'll get into, so stay with me. Secure ways to take payment. Facebook will not risk your information, anybody's financial information, in that data being at risk. So it is very, very secure. Okay, so we go to next, and then it's going to ask me how I want to run my event. This is how simple it is. So you could just do a Facebook. It should just be a Facebook Live. It could be something external. So like it could be a Zoom. You might want to do your event via sort of Zoom you might not want it public, like a Facebook Live. It could be like a private Zoom or something else that you could give instructions to that's outside that. So you choose. So look what happens when I click this button, Facebook Live. It just gives me a little prompt. Go live directly in your event. Awesome. You just go straight into your event and press the go live button. Like so simple. They'll remind you shortly before your event starts. We'll send out notifications to anybody that's going to the event. Only you can go live, so you can't set this up and somebody else go live in your event. If you set it up, you're the one that needs to go live. Okay, I've got that. Thank you very much, Facebook. And look at this. One little blue button has set up there, join live, and I can go live in this event. But I can charge for it. This is what we'll get to next, okay? So then I click the next button here. Now have a look at the options. Now you don't get to change these. You have to choose these options within what Facebook gives you. So you could, what I'm sort of suggesting to you guys to test out with something that might come up in the near future or the next, months coming up. You might want to do something that's like, I'm going to set up an event. I'm just not going to do a live on my page. I'm going to set it up as an event. I'm going to promote it. I'm going to invite people to it. Like I'm just going to try to test out this kind of event thing. And you could do free access just to test out how this all works. But now you can click that little arrow and have a look at these options. You could charge 99 cents for your event, $2.99, $4.99, $9.99. So again, you don't get to change the price, but this goes from 99 cents to $99.99. Okay, just under $100. So you could choose one of these things. Let's say you got a special event coming up that you're doing a demonstration, you're teaching people something. It might be, I don't know, cooking class or, a special advanced training on something that you don't normally give out sort of anywhere else, and you might charge $9.99. Okay, so you set $9.99. You can limit the number of attendees if you want. So if I wanted to, I could limit that to 100 people. Now, where that'll become important, those of you that might want to do your event via Zoom, so you're setting it up this way, but it's actually a Zoom event. Depending on the version of Zoom that you've got, just the general version of Zoom limits it to 100 people. So it may be something that you might need to limit depending on what you're actually doing. But if it's just like a Facebook Live, you don't really need to fill that out, okay? And then you click next, and this is going to set this up, okay? Simple. Does that seem relatively simple, guys? That event will be set up, and all I need to do is go back into my event and go live, and that will be promoted. But people that want to attend the event will be prompted to pay their $9.99, okay? Now, a thing to remember from I've done it again. I where did I go? Right, remove that one. So you still with me, guys? Am I back? This is the little catch that I want you guys to know, because this is important for you receiving the money if you set something up like this in the future, is Facebook have said we will not have any charges on anything like this for 12 months. Go for it. Everybody that uses Facebook, if you want to take advantage of this, we will not take any fees or charges for you to have the ability to raise some revenue via Facebook through an event or something that you might want to do in the future. Okay, so that's a good thing. But Facebook is very upset with Apple because Apple has other ideas. Anybody that is using an Apple device and they get to your event via their phone, so they've downloaded the Facebook app through Apple and they're using, their iPhone device, Apple are going to take 30% of whatever you charge for your event. So here's what you want to do to get around that. When you're promoting your event, you'll say, and I do believe there are some Android issues as well, but it's mainly an Apple thing. But Facebook itself has said, we're not going to take any fees and charges for this for 12 months. You guys go for it, use events, go and charge for it. So what you would want to do in your setup is say, when paying for this event, please do it on a computer to avoid extra, charges. Now, the charges are for you, not them. You don't get extra charges as a purchaser, but you really want to encourage people, if you decide to explore this somewhere in the future, maybe not now, but if you know it's here at least, you can come back to a video like this or just explore it because it's so simple to use, and just tell your people, when purchasing your tickets, it is highly advised that you do it on a computer to, avoid extra charges, something like that. Because if people come across it on an iPhone and they pay through an iPhone, Apple are going to take 30% of that. So it's not a Facebook thing, it's an Apple thing. So you just want to have that in the description or somewhere when you're telling people about your event. Please purchase your tickets on a computer and not your phone. So it is just a slight little downfall at the moment regarding that, because depending on how much you charge, you might want to just test it out, and it doesn't really matter. I mean, if you can do something and generate an extra little income stream from it and start to utilize something like this, it's money that you didn't have before. So even if Apple take 30%, it could be something that you could grow into. But I do think it's a good option. Facebook is growing as a platform on its own and giving you the ability to do more things to promote your business. And this could be something that you could utilize in the future, thinking of something that you can put on, or, put on a special training or something like that and actually charge for it and create yourself an extra little income stream. So it's handy to know that it is there. Yep, so Cindy got that right. Paid online event, or she might have just summarized what I said. Yes, Steph, you can get paid. So handy to know that it's there. Yes, thank you, Dolores. So yeah, you obviously dropped off. Hi, Hero, how are you? Wow, so awesome. I'll have to watch this again. No worries. Have used events before. Good for seminars you're running. Absolutely. I encourage you to think wider than what you're doing right now. I've used Evbrite, so now it can be all done within Facebook. Absolutely. I'm just starting with events now. I'm interviewing someone for free admission. Yep, test it out with the free version. How cheeky of Apple. Absolutely, Sarah. Thanks for the heads up. For once Android gets a plus. Yeah, usually you guys are left behind, but it is definitely just an Apple thing. Although I did hear that Androids aren't necessarily out of the woods with that one. So I would just encourage people to purchase from a computer. Love this. Hey, Jacinta, how are you? So some people you can really sort of think about this now. Any of you that run some kind of events that you might charge a little bit for, you could test this out. Those of you that are nowhere near ready for something like that, or you don't think that you've got something you can offer yourself, just do an event of some sort that's free. to just start testing it out, feeling the waters, how you promote it. It's a really good feature available to you for free, to set it up and all the rest of it. So, Sheila, this is awesome. Thank you, Helen. Good to know. Okay, so that's what I had for you today. As I said, coaching community, there will be a video in unit number 5 with all of that and the details regarding the payment side of it as well for you guys specifically. But I think this could be something that our industry could really embrace. And those of you that are building a brand, particularly, this could be something that you could utilize as an extra income stream for yourselves as well. So I think that's a good thing. Okay, so I hope that was valuable and helpful to you guys to know that that is there, how to use it, how to set it up. So over to you, go and play. And I will catch you guys next week. It is the weekend, either Saturday morning for those of you in my part of the world or very early hours of the UK or Friday night. So go and have an amazing weekend, guys. Make sure you rest and, have some downtime for yourself. Those of you that are in Australia, happy Father's Day. To those of you in our country, it's Father's Day on Sunday here. So we'll be spending time with Paul on Sunday celebrating Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to all you fathers in Australia. Okay, so catch you next week, guys. Have an awesome weekend. Bye.